What's up, boys? We're back with some more Age of Wonders 4 for the Archon Prophecy DLC, bringing tons of cool stuff for Celestials, and even more cool stuff for Necromancers, actually. So we're going to be trying out some of that today. We've got a bunch of fun quest-related stuff to do throughout the run. I think all of that's ready. And then I'll show you my faction stuff here. So I wanted to build all around the hordes of undead we're going to have, so 10% damage for every friendly unit adjacent to the target. That's going to be really cool. And then Hideous Stench, of course, fitting for undead. That'll be pretty cool with some of the elemental damage stuff we'll have later on. And then just a bit of HP and some morale stuff, since we don't really care about that too much as undead. We're actually going to try out the Nature Architect, the new faction. This will have some cool combos with the Warlock redesign, and also some of the undead related stuff. A lot of them will apply the decaying debuff dealing nature damage. And here we are going for Vision of Ruin. The shadow effect on this is really cool, but you'll have to wait a little bit on that, since we have some other stuff to go over right now. This one will be pretty nice for the summoning related stuff. Reduce mana cost, extra XP, and we need some sorcery affinity for the build anyways. Starting with the necromancy, of course, for the first tome. And then champion might be better, but I think Wizard King just fits better, and it makes undead easier to sustain since a lot of them cost mana. So Warlock is really cool, and then this is actually a really fun item. You can only use it on champion or Wizard King, but it makes all of the units summoned by you have this trait where they explode when they die, dealing physical and lightning damage, and then it's just a regular orb attack on top of that. And then I'm just taking Instructor because it's pretty easy to level. There's not a ton of stuff for a supporty or summoner-based character, I feel like. So in here we can see the new Undead tome, which has some really cool stuff. I think I need to delete that and re-add it to actually look at the stuff over here. The Tome of the Revenants. So the Titan, I actually can't see it here, but you can see some of the other stuff. We have a buff for all undead units, some resistances, Vicious Killer, so they do extra morale stuff. Fallen Angel, probably not super relevant, but it is a pretty cool tier 5 mythic unit. It's based around mostly morale stuff and some debuffs. Cool laser beam attack. Does sound pretty interesting. Can also dominate stuff. Unholy Champion is a buff spell, some pretty interesting stuff. It'll come back to life after dying, gains a lot of survivability against low morale. And then you can actually cast a debuff on the world map, which will give you even more skeletons with the Unholy Champion thing we just saw there. That's pretty cool. You can give natural regeneration to every undead you summon in that city. Pretty cool as well. we got Necrotize, Decaying, bit of damage, summons a zombie when it dies, and then the Architect buff giving some extra survivability in an AoE. So this is the Shadow thing. By default, it's just 1 Shadow Affinity, 5 souls, but it'll give us sort of an epic quest that will give a really powerful reward after we finish all of this. Killing or losing a bunch of stuff, raising cities, and having a bunch of heroes in the crypt. After we complete that, our Sovereign will become the Prophet of Death, which will apply a debuff to all enemies he's in combat with, which will turn them into undead when they die, and he'll also gain a bigger soul income, so that'll be insanely cool for Necromancer builds now. And I should be able to show off the new units in here somewhere. I guess we can... No, I need to do the wildlife thing, actually. And then if we go to Undead, he should be in here. The Undead Titan. So as a free action with a 2-turn cooldown, he just summons a completely free skeleton. And then on top of that, every single time he kills a unit, he also summons another skeleton. So that's going to be really cool. Top of that, he has a morale debuff aura, nice AoE attack with some good debuffs on it, and a powerful heavy charge strike. So that's going to be really cool. We're going to try and get a ton of them. Here's the Fallen Angel. You can see him. He does look cool. He just doesn't really do a ton for the build we're going to go for here. And we're going to have a lot of Imperium and the Titans anyways. So our starting army, we got a Storm Spirits for the Magic Dude. Tier 2 Archer, who actually does frost damage. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if the Architect is purely based on your current maximum affinity. Seems like it should be based on the one you chose, right? But we're going to build nature monuments anyways to try and get that up. And then the tier 1 shock unit's actually kind of crazy. He has an AoE charge attack. It does have less damage, but you can cancel defense mode on a lot of stuff, and he enters defense mode himself. So this guy should actually have pretty crazy survivability. So he can run in a lot of utility and debuffing. We could probably use a support unit to go with that. And then we'll get some production first, I think. We are right and the bottom left, it looks like. And there's no units nearby. Huh. That's kind of weird. That is a pretty full stack for the early game. I guess we'll send the army up here somewhere. That looks pretty easy. There might be something hidden there, but we can't even reach it anyways. Research, we will go probably skeleton animation first to get some of those going. Alright, you can do the Whispering Stone to get a little bit of stability until you find the free city. Alright, I guess that's actually just pretty easy then. We do lose the Storm Spirit, which is kind of helpful, so... They have a War Shaman, 2 shield units. We can have the Earthbreaker potentially cleave those guys. Actually, I want to be just out of range, probably. Like that. And then if we could have the Storm Spirits flank the Shaman, I think that would be pretty helpful. These guys have an AoE attack that would also be pretty nice against them. Huh, they're just going to stay there. Let's pass and see what they do this time. Alright, so now the Earthbreakers can cleave those two. Can he reach the Shaman? No, that's unfortunate. Oh, we actually want to do this first since I think that hits your own units. Yeah, we can do that right in the middle on them. And then this guy can run from the side, hit the 2 in the front. And then we'll probably just do a basic attack on that guy, I guess. We could also toss a necrotize there. Maybe a zombie unit. We still can't get to them. If I get those guys free, they might be able to tie them up a little bit. Not sure if we can kill them without that. Probably not, to be honest. So that doesn't look like it hits my own units with a cleave, at least. These guys are all very low. I guess I should have hit with the zombies first. Well, they can reach over there and apply some decaying if we can finish them. 2 at 50. It's probably the best we're going to do. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to show it off, but the new Warlock tree has some really cool stuff as well. So this one will give all of our summoned units a new explosion that does 15 blight and 2 decaying, which is also blight damage. That'll be really cool with the spam summoning and the nature architect. You can get some undead summoning stuff up here. 2 zombies at the start of battle will be really cool with all that. But we'll need to get some levels for all of that first. Bunch of melee units shouldn't be too bad. So we need to keep that guy a little bit safe though. If we could get them all to group up for the big AoE shots and some cleaving, that would be pretty helpful. Those guys can move very far. Looks like the wolves are probably going to hit me no matter what. But if we can get the crows grouped up at least, I guess. See, he won't really be able to melee if I have it like that. Probably about the best we're gonna do there with how far they can move. I guess we'll probably just take that over here. I can do some of the charging stuff first, just in case that matters. And then we'll want him to tie up those two. And it probably doesn't do a ton yet until we build up the stacking thing for it. Alright, I guess we'll toss a necrotize over there, get a zombie out instantly. Why did they... Some decent booties and a level up. So that'll give us a little bit of healing that refreshes every time one of his summoned units dies, which won't do a ton yet, but it'll be pretty cool later on. And then I guess we'll have to go replenish some units now. What is that? Oh, the new architect thing. Because there's the magic material there. So that takes the rest of his movement points. So that's knowledge production for the architect thing. Probably want to get some growth next, I suppose. It's not too bad if we actually had some units left. Heal up a little bit, grab our support once he's ready, I suppose. So these guys link to one of your units, giving them extra incarnates, and then healing and dispelling a little bit. We need some more frontliners back for that, though. I guess a forester to get that a little bit faster. Any cool stuff here? Production, super nice. I guess we'll just grab a farm then. Oh, we need lava walking for that, I guess. I think we need an Earthbreaker to do anything, whatever. Use a Storm Spirit again. We can do that for a little bit of healing and buffing. And I guess we'll toss some defense resistance on them. To an AoE shot onto everything. That guy can't quite reach the two of them, that's kind of annoying. I guess we'll have him go over there since he's the tankiest. Then have him try to tie this one up, probably. And with all of these... It's only 4 HP. Ouch. So if we can free him up, he can cleave both of those. Not the greatest hit chance, though. What if we have 2 shots? That's not quite enough. I guess we could kill that one. This guy probably won't take too much from 1 shot, right? With the 10 healing. So he can do that. Come on! What are these misses, man? I guess we're gonna have to do that then, probably. Oh wait, I wanted to see... I guess we'll probably just toss the heal on that guy then. Ooh, that's pretty good. 10% magic damage, ignores some status resistance. Not bad for an early game drop. We might have to heal up again. Kind of getting beat up right now, it feels like. Maybe the Necromancer? So Elemental would be the Frost thing, which actually isn't bad. But we'll have some skeletons soon anyways. Gonna be a while before we fight any heroes, I think. And after that, probably go for the Stonemason for production. So farm on the pastures there is quite good. I could probably use another Earthbreaker, maybe? See if we can spy what's in the brigand camp, I guess. Boosted stonemason. So we need to survey 4 different materials to do the first one of those. House of Omens. Light spirits. Tier 3 ranged units. And they just summoned a bunch of crap there. Okay, we cannot do that anymore. Bunch of skeleton warriors shouldn't be too bad, though. I don't know if we want to send him into the middle of that. Maybe have him off to the side and defend, and then flank that guy or go for the battle mages, I think. If we get him low enough, then maybe he can't move? Could also just toss one of those, I guess. Can you inspect them from the screen? It doesn't seem like it. What kind of stuff do they have going? Stout Conquerors. Grab that for the support and range stuff. And then we'd start working on Forsters for that. Or what else? Forster works on that as well. So yeah, that would be good. And then reclaiming attacks is actually quite good with the triple attack. We're a little over 500, so that looks painful. Warrior with Duelist. That's decent. That's okay. Pretty good on Spellblade. Ooh, I do like Ruler's Retinue. Death Knight would have been cool, and so would more Warlocks, but I think Ranger with that's pretty solid. You lose a unit to that, really? Kind of need to build up for the thing over there. Wild Speaker, they can summon a bit. We could have a shield unit tie up that guy. Or we can also just wait and let him come to us, get like one hit off maybe. probably use a conduit to help out with that. Then I guess we'll grab a town hall. Oh yeah, I do need to get some more cities up. Those really pull together still. Oh, we can get that one alone, but not that one. Can't quite reach him though. He might attack me. What if we go like that and hopefully he comes at me? Like my rejuvenating seer. Huh, didn't know you had one of those. So that should work if he's in the group, right? Ranger hero, lots of battle mages. Tier 3 archer there. I guess we want to back up a little bit so they hit me like one time with some of their ranged units while in defense mode. Unit to tie up the pole arms would probably be good, and we can flank the battle mage at the same time. Oh, I forgot the shots. Looks like can't really do much with that anyways. we have him go in first, then the healer can do some big healing on him. Maybe tie up that spot. Wow, they have a lot of damage. Do a bit of healing on that guy with the basic attack. Does that still heal if you miss the shots? Not sure still. Yeah, I'd prefer not to lose too many. I guess we'll just spawn a zombie over there. You can't see the mana upkeep on them either from the screen, which is kind of weird. we need anything here? That's not bad. I definitely want the zombie summons instantly. And then one of these would be cool as well. Oh, I can't actually go to that side with that. So we've got to do raise undead then. In order to get the explosion over there. I think I like the free thing. Could also grab some training on him. Sure. Actually, let me stay in range of him just in case. We should just be able to give that to him, but there was like no meeting screen. That's kind of weird. Oh, you have to click that now, huh? Rotting Explosion's pretty cool. We could actually use that on the 2 zombies at the beginning as well. Ooh, that works on a lot of stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that first. Do you need to boost that? Nothing, I guess. Those ones are based on population. Might want a bit more mana to go with the skeletons and the enchants here. That is kind of a weird looking city though. That is fortification by default, right? Yeah. I'm going to attack with him just to make sure... Wait. To make sure the quest triggers. Why didn't it pull him in? There we go. Two units... Shouldn't really be that bad, should it? I guess they have a lot of range stuff. I don't think it should be that bad, though. Especially with the zombies to soak stuff. Where's my support guy? And those guys chill pretty far back. think we just let them hit the zombies mainly. If they all focus one of my important units, they might actually cause some damage. And then we probably just run a next turn. Tier 3 wands. Only move 3 hexes. That's kind of annoying, to be honest. Am I ever gonna not attack with the healing thing, though? Probably not. Increased morale. We can give them lowered morale, but we gain the tier 3 accessory that does more healing, which is not bad. XP. Honestly, that could be pretty helpful early on. Not really that much of a downside. Oh yeah, Soul Well would be pretty cool. 3 mana per research or conduits. Gives a bit of soul income. Really shouldn't be losing that. Zombies are over here. Oh, I guess we could try to polymorph him, actually. 43%. 90%. Whatever. Probably want to get the knight out of there if I can. And we need to start getting some cities up, but this is kind of awkward. That might be okay. I think somewhere over here would be pretty good. These guys need to heal up. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll probably just do like that to get one going. Oh yeah, there's the infestation over there. What is that line? So I think warding for some survivability and more survivability and some astral affinity here.
Those who master the arcane are as a
Oh yeah, Guardian's actually pretty cool, isn't it? -1 resistance for every affinity incarnate, that's pretty cool. 1 damage thorns as well. I guess we'll do that instead of the Necromancer first then. Then I guess we need to go get that thing. $16 per turn, gain faster allegiance. That's not terrible. Yeah, I think that's fine. So the Free City has that, but there's an infestation under it? What? I can't really go over there without invading that guy then. That's pretty awkward. Phoenix is going to be rough for the undead. Lots of AoE fire damage. Ooh, if we could get the magic material there, that would be pretty helpful. Oh, that's the Ways of War quest thing. He is actually sitting quite a bit, about 1,000 power there. Can probably get back in time to defend that while taking that as well. We'll have to clear out a lot of stuff here. I can get the gold thing for now with a farm to boost the production thing. Then we need to start boosting some more stuff here. Sonic Hall's pretty good. I'll definitely need some quarries at some point for production. What can we get with a quarry? Looks like we have most of the nodes here. Oh, we can get closer to the magic material for next turn. Really? We do need to play it aggressively with that, though. Hey, the big stone boy there who can teleport in with that and then do a big quake. That's kind of annoying. Don't want my sovereign to get tied up by that if possible. I'll just send the zombies super far forward if I can. %, that's pretty good. I guess go for the decaying, and if they kill him, then we get the explosion anyways, so that's pretty good. Probably rather just defend there. These guys might get beat up a little bit. I guess I'll do that. That's not too bad. I'll graze his heal at least with that. Oh, nice. Misses do heal on that. That's actually kind of crazy. Guys, leveling up pretty fast with the fighting with my ruler thing. Level 12 is going to take a bit, though. So we can grab that next turn. We have to defend against that. But I think that's going to be a good place to stop for now. Getting some cool warlock stuff going, but we need one more points for the Blight Explosion. This one also sounds pretty cool. You get a killing blow with it, and you summon a copy of them, but they have the Undead life-stealing thing. And you also reset your other ability cooldowns. That sounds awesome. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.